It's in Los Angeles. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Los Angeles Chargers. The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and we are underway in Southern California. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Take the handoff, now Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Herbert. And the Titans are going to have a short field here as they take over right at the 50. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, the coaches would say, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
What that means is a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense.
Oh, way to get around him.
But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football for the catch him off balance.
And he did.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Willis. Looking sideline, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies on football. And I think that discourages them from taking off. It made him try to pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
Good tempo. Right into it.
This will be from 49 yards out. Bullock's kick is good, and the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
You'll see on here in a minute. Christian 4.
The Trojan drive, that's a good game. For the first time 26. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Herbert. This is the first catch for Keenan Allen. And they get this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike, and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. The Chargers at 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. They were losers the last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. That's right. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And a fair catch single for and taken successfully. Charger drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. But the crowd goes, first do no harm. And right now they're doing themselves a lot.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Dillon. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Not a great start, dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now, the deep ball.
Oh, come on.
And will be taken down here just shy of the 30. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And from what we said, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot. And he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action, it's Herbert. Under pressure and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to
And finally, down he goes.
It's my fault.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Running on first down, Eckler, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by when you're near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Nothing to score after 1 on EA Sports. Smack down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain. Touchdown,
Extra point by McCann, up and good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not hoping for another.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all into it and try to push your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Willis now off of play action. It's complete to Fuller. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran up that shot early morning as he walked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
3rd down, it's Willis. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Titans. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Charger drive about to get going. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down LA.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off it, because the quarterback was struggling.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Herbert off the play action. Rolling to his right. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive. But a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's looking out for Williams. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And the Titans are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. A nightmare in the 1st half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. And Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't think you're one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Oh, what? Oh, wow.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Bud Dupree charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks, and this comes back to play all here in the 1st half.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards the pickup there. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Oh, what a block.
Down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Oh, that's disgusting.
They're good for big yardage in here. They got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down, and he'll find his way down right around the 12. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the 1st half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
3rd and 2, Herbert.
Oh,
Incomplete. And another throw that maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, especially with a little bit of credit to the defense. It's giving him a lot to think about.
oh my
He seems
God.
a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
God, I hate this game so much.
Flag accepted. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the Titans' 2-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Forced out to his left.
Why is somebody over there?
He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers have come it back within a score. McCann for the point after. And this is up and good, making a 17-14 game. Kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. But for this offense, Charles, you got to think crucial here to put something together for this drive. Because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure you get there before the ball leaves your hands.
Well, effort there by Derwin James is certainly the safety position.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Tough spot for Willis and the Titans, now facing 3rd and long following the sack. Now back to throw. Pressure coming, and they got it once again. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Here's Jackson to return. A big hit there. They wanted 56 yards on the clock. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Have a great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal. They'll certainly have the green light here.
Let's go.
Those passes intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kevin Farley. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, 2nd year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
Great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really started to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Right there. Charger drive about to get going. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Wow. Wide open. Wide open. What are you doing?
As they'll stop to go in this first half. Long developing route there on the post quarter.
It certainly was.
Oh,
I love the way you
shit.
described it because you do have to settle the post. Usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to get the defender to turn his hips. And then he breaks off towards the corner, and off he goes. Well executed.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
Let's go.
Picked off by Kevin Fairley. And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we're just seeing.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught him, just couldn't stay in bounds. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Again to throw, Willis on second down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. So we reach halftime. Visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Holds the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead. See, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I think the message was too clear that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe end up running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Ready?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Back, back.
They'll run it again with Bentley. They'll tackle down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from the leaders, this offense and run this margin.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
And now that was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Willis is to throw on 1st down.
Ooh, good pick.
Quick
Good pick.
It's just what this defense was hoping for, an interception of the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we got to know this team a little bit, haven't we? We can just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Amari Hooker. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch. We're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe part of the confidence level in him so high.
Oh, get rid of it.
It's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a personal pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
Oh.
The coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Between the tackles, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And now here's another interception. Zach Cunningham with the pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception and as many weeks in his linebacker position.
Think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation.
Versatility and showing those hands. 8 yards the gain on the last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. To throw, here's Willis. They'll buy some time right. Inside, Henry's got it. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job is simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
He's set out there on 3rd and 1. Willis with it on 3rd and 1. Rush coming in, he's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. They expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept away, and boom, over the crossbar.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kevin Farley. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 41. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Willis now off play action. Complete. It's Henry. Solid stiff arm. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the one. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
60 Maverick. Back to 60.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
16.
On the jump.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Oh, block. Oh, we had it. Boom. We had it. He blocked.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up second down and a bit farther.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
And all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This is a big play, third and goal.
Oh, good breakup. Wow.
And now it's fourth down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Wow. Good stop.
They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line.
Good stop.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
This is where leadership really comes into play.
Oh, come on. These guys are bums. Good run. I'm a bum.
Sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Back to throw here, Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. And 1st and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. The defense gets in the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They're trying to run for it. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown now at 75. And the Titans would like to bring it back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is up to 18 now. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things in this ball game.
Let's go, Bart.
Interception. By Kevin Byard. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seen the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll start with the option. This will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule, trying to get 4 downs on 1st down, they did that +3.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
The coach is always hard on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They run the option here on 1st and 2. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Hold the ready.
Play action. Willis.
Oh, with this jump through. This jump through. It's okay. I got that other pick that way.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
Maybe one Peyton Manning through 20.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And he will take this one. It's a touchdown. But this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes? Oh, yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Bullet good on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Chargers 16.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Good catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 31, Herbert. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Kevin Farley. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, that means talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running game. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come right over there. I'm going to tackle this guy. You come up and thinking of it.
Going down, 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A big play that time for the Titans. 47 yards. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Willis. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Second down, here's Henry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They go play action with Willis. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how rock solid this game has been.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. First down carry. 43 yards on the ground for him so far.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Tenth carry out for Derrick Henry, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Titans, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year.
He beat me though. Makes sense. So many picks. They had to have it in. He doesn't even say, yo, you can't even play you, my man. You're so bad. None of them niggas he deserve. What? Who's on there? 032321. Oh 03232190. 03232190. 03232190. IT mod. 1796. Toronto Contact Center, Japan. PWO10. asking for. Sorry. Cup 158. 42. PCG 122. 16. Japan 3. Data 51. 16. Contingency 1. Contingency 0. Oh, workday 0. 20. 20 minus 19. Still 1.
And named Alice, who lives a normal life with her boyfriend, Jake. The couple has lived together for some time and enjoy each other's company. Alice explains that she works as a CD-ROMs and website designer, while Jake works as an engineer. However, Alice's life and relationship will soon change upon meeting a man named Adam. One day, Alice coincidentally sees Adam while on her way to work. Adam's charm and handsomeness have captivated Alice even for a brief moment of glancing at each other. When Alice is about to enter her office, she quickly looks back at Adam and notices him entering a nearby bookstore. While at work, Alice can't stop herself from feeling curious and thinking about the man she has just met and barely know. As Alice can't focus on her work today, she decides to go to the bookstore, hoping to see Adam again. Outside the bookstore, Alice peeks a little and manages to see Adam inside. However, Adam also notices
crafts, sporting goods, restaurants, and the future of NASCAR all from your neighborhood. DoorDash.
Pittman makes the love list.
He's on the love list for you for pass catchers and why?
Well, look, I'm at wide receiver 7 this week playing the Jaguars, right? Jacksonville about 153 yards, 4 touchdowns to my undefeated in first place Washington Commanders last week. I don't know if you are aware of that. 4 touchdowns, 153 yards. Again, Pittman 9 for 121 and a touchdown, 13 targets from Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan seems to have locked in him out there, dropping a touchdown like he ain't getting that ball back. Like for me, second most targets, receptions, and yards in a game in his career, Michael Pittman, in 1 week of Matt Ryan. So, I don't know.
Any issue with the quad?
Doesn't appear to be that way, no.
Okay. Good to know. All right, well, we talked
about yes, sure.
Yeah. I was asking about you, actually. I was just kidding. Pretty much everything.
I'm losing my hair. Yeah, I got a lot going on.
Well, you gotta get some hair extensions on and whatnot.
Right.
But we talked about Mike Williams and Joshua Palmer in the first segment, and we know that all eyes are going to be on them tonight in Thursday Night Football. So you have them on your love list.
I do. I do have both of them on my love list. Williams comes in at wide receiver 9. I have Palmer wide receiver 5. We're going to talk about it at the top of the show. But again, both guys in games in which Keenan Allen does not play, both guys have really good numbers here. We expect this to be a high-scoring game. They're going to have to throw to keep up with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Both guys, I think, are viable starts tonight. Again, look at my rankings for free on NBCSportsEdge.com, rotoworld.com, of course, I'm a company man. But we like both guys tonight.
Right, and Williams had a great week 3 last year against Kansas City. Sort of coming back, he had 122 yards and 2 touchdowns. So it was a roller coaster.
Yeah.
So what's down last week would come up, we would imagine. As we said, unless you were on one of those rides where it's like, think it's falling, and then it goes further down. And talking about roller coasters, I realized I lost last week.
Well, I didn't know if we were talking about a roller coaster. We were talking about one of those things that's like so.
I tend to start the story in the middle of where I'm thinking.
Right. Which is perfect for a broadcaster.
Yes.
You know, like at Universal Studios in Orlando, they have this ride called the Hulk. You know, and it goes, like it's you're on the outside of this thing. It's not a roller coaster. It goes up, boom.
Yes.
You know, like that.
Right.
Oh, Dr. Doom's free fall. Oh, sorry, it wasn't the Hulk. Okay, sorry, Dr. Doom's free fall. I knew it was, all right,
That's
sorry.
the thing, you think it's done, like
Right.
When I Hagrid's motorbike ride recently, because I'm 35 years old, and you think it's done, and then it goes even further. And so with Mike Williams, the analogy is that you would think he had a down week last week, you think he got back up, unless we are dealing with a roller coaster of such sorts. All right, the best analogies once you have to explain for 5 minutes. Okay, so you also like Dalton Schultz.
Yeah, we talked about him a little bit as well. Again, so Cooper Rush, I do think will lean on the tight end. It's a little bit of a cliche, but I do think some cliches are cliches because they're true, right? A lot of the time. So I do think that he's going to look with who we know, right? 4 of his past 5 games, he's had at least 6 receptions dating back to last season. This is Dalton Schultz, right? He's had at least a 20% target share in each of those 4 games. He had a 22% target share against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Again, we don't expect Michael Gallup to play in this game. Outside of CeeDee Lamb, there's not a lot in the passing game. For the reason they don't want to use Tony Pollard there. Worth noting, the Bengals, last week in week 1, in that crazy game against the Steelers, Cincinnati allowed 115 yards to tight ends. Pat Freiermuth saw 10 targets. I think that's an area of the field that you can attack. So Schultz makes the love list here. I have a tight end 4 this week.
Okay, so we get to the hate list right now, and Mike Evans is on this one.
So again, not practicing today, a little bit of concern. Probably will be out there, got it out there. Even if he's out there, hard to love him. He's going to be, we expect him to be shadowed by Marshawn Lattimore, right? And so he's played 9 games since 2017, in which he has been shadowed by Marshawn Lattimore. He's had under 65 yards in 7 of those 9 games. 4 of them under 15 yards. 4 fewer catches in 7 of 9 games. 5 games with 2 fewer catches. Like, Marshawn Lattimore has his number. Now, he scored some touchdowns there, so that's really what you're hoping for with Mike Evans, who is one of the great touchdown scorers in the game today. You were hoping that he gets matched up and he wins a 50-50 jump ball when they get in close, because they will try to do that. But I do think, especially given that Evans has been playing this game at less than 100%.
Huge stock up after week 1 based on where he was being drafted. 9 receptions, 121 yards, and 1 touchdown.
You're probably still starting him. Probably still starting Mike Evans, but lower expectations here. I'm not touching him in DFS. I have him outside my top 10, which is, and I'll probably, again, these ranks were prior when I was thinking he was fully healthy. I'm at wide receiver 11, thinking he was healthy. Now that he has practice again today, he'll come even lower. He'll still be a wide receiver 2 for me, but not like the top 8 guy that he normally is.
Well, we just have heard that Russell Gage did practice today, so that is good news for the Buccaneers.
Gage practiced. Evans did not. Julio did not. Yes. Fournette did practice.
Right. And so we also know that you're not so high on Rashad Bateman.
Yeah, I love Rashad Bateman, but apparently it doesn't matter because Lamar Jackson is the one that needs to love him. He had a 16% target share in week 1 against the Jets. What are we doing?
Yeah, against the Jets.
A 16% target share against the Jets. He had that 55-yard touchdown, which was great, but other than that, he had 1 other catch. That's 4 yards. Like, so that 50, like, one play bailed you out, so you were happy with it, but, like, you look at the underlying numbers, it's a concern. And now he's going to be shouted by Xavier Howard. That's not great. So Bateman comes in at wide receiver 34 for me against a top Miami defense. I think this is a tight end game. I think this is a Mark Andrews game, and I think Isaiah Likely. I'm still in on Isaiah Likely.
I'm very curious to see how this one goes down, too. So see how Tua does. Okay, but we'll talk quarterbacks later. But Tyler Lockett's also on your hate list.
4 targets.
I know.
The 4 targets.
Same as Noah Fant.
Geno attempted only 3 deep passes against the Broncos. That's the 3rd lowest deep ball rate by a quarterback in week number 1. So you go back to last year. You're like, that's 1 game sample. Okay, fine. 1 game sample. Go back to last year. In 4 of the 5 games that Geno has started, the 5 games in which Geno Smith was the starting quarterback, the Seahawks and Tyler Lockett was playing. In 4 of the 5 games that Geno has started, Tyler Lockett has 3 or fewer catches and 35 or fewer yards in 4 of those 5 games. Like, if you're starting Tyler Lockett, you're hanging your hat on, 1 big play. That's what you're hoping for. It's because, they'll take a couple shots deep, and he has that kind of speed, but what made Lockett so special is he had that unbelievable depth. Geno's a great story, a fire quote that we talked about. We're rooting for Geno, we love it, but it's still a quarterback that threw for under 200 yards, still a quarterback that needed 2 goal line fumbles.
He benefited a lot from the Broncos.
He needed 2 goal line fumbles for the Broncos and just the most brain fart coaching moment I've seen in a long time from Nathaniel Hackett.
He really lucked out. For Denver.
I have a wide receiver 48. I need to see some consistency. I mean, Lockett's game is inconsistent to begin with, and now you have a matchup that we don't love. They're on the road in San Francisco. So tough defense, inconsistent quarterback play. I'm looking elsewhere.
Yeah, that might have been the highlight of the season for Geno Smith. We'll have to see. Hunter Henry's also on your hate list.
Played only 6 snaps more than Jonnu Smith and saw 1 pure target. This offense looks broken. Again, it's 1 game, so we're having to overreact, unfortunately, but they're playing at Pittsburgh. He's had 18 games with the Patriots, Hunter Henry is. He's been held to under 40 yards in 14 of them. 14 of 18 games have been under 40 yards. He is as touchdown dependent as a tight end comes. In games in which he doesn't score a touchdown, he averages 5.4 fantasy points per game. So my question to you, Julie Stewart-Binks, do you think he scores a touchdown against the Steelers? Because if you think he scores a touchdown against the Steelers, then fine, you can go ahead and start him. But if you think there's a chance he does not, then maybe Jonnu Smith scores it, or they do it with a run game, where the Steelers play tough defenses, one of the lower total games on the slate. We don't think a lot of points will be scored. You're going elsewhere than Hunter.
Yes, probably. I agree. I don't think he's likely going to score a touchdown when you put all of those things together.
I'm just saying.
Would you then, just before we head on out, just curious though, would you stay away from New England?
Offense, yeah. I mean, again, but maybe the running back, the Ty Montgomery's now hurt, so maybe the running back, it was a 3-day
Right.
Maybe now
Harrison
on the road at Pittsburgh, no TJ Watt in this game, so maybe they go more run heavy, and so maybe it's a Harrison Stevenson game, and maybe you guys get enough volume to be less viable. But yes, I think in an ideal world, you're not starting. I think the low score. The running backs are fine. I have both running backs as, Hey, it's Matthew here from NBC Sports and RotoWorld.com. Just want to thank you so much for watching what you just watched.
Once you try the heat, Penny's creamy Caesar dressing, that's bigger.
You want to ring, don't do it, Nico.
Pablo in the Instacall and living up not happy. How on earth have they both got kings? What is going on?
I don't know how to do it.
Blind on blind confrontation here. Arthur Litvinov with kings in the small blind. Just cause.
Litvinov getting trickier than the Rainbow Road stage in Mario Kart.
Babu checks his option with 8-10 suited. Flops a pair and a flush draw. Litvinov bets 1,500.
Now Vance could raise with a hand of restaurants, sometimes you don't want to risk getting a cold. No danger of that.
Van Vliet falls. And hits his flush on the turn. The 3 of spades. Litvinov has the king of spades in his hand. He could make a bigger flush. Another spade on the river. He bets again, 2,800. Once again, back with just calls.
Calling to make sure the river isn't terrible to see if Litvinov will put in another bet with a good hand.
A blank on the river, the 4 of diamonds.
And it looks like Litvinov is going to put in another bet.
Van Vliet only has around 19,000 behind. Litvinov bets a healthy percentage of that, 6,800.
I don't see how Vance can do anything but shove. I think just calling is a mistake.
If you want to ring, don't do it.
Van Vliet all in, the insta-call. And Litvinov not happy.
It's a slow roll.
I don't think it's a slow roll.
Acting so strong, it put me on.
All right, this is getting a little out of line, but it is hilarious.
Vance may be an EPP champion, but I can assure you he is on Litvinov's list. Straight back to the action of the final table. Martini and Rivera going to the flop. And under the gun raise, called by the small blind.
He did not 3-bet. Interesting.
Flop, 7-7-6. Rivera, a 95% favorite.
Martini obviously had bluffing in mind when he raised with this hand. This could work out really well for Rivera.
Continues for 600,000. Rivera just called. Turn card is the 3 of clubs. That gives Martini a gut shot, but he's drawn pretty good. That is a bet of 2,325,000. Rivera calls again. This hand going to the river. The 6 of clubs. So Rivera has a lock on the hand, but he might not like the fact it's a double paired board with 3 clubs out there.
All in.
Oh wow, Martini shots on Rivera.
Oh my goodness, it is likely Martini has no idea how strong Rivera's hand is.
But this is not an easy call for Mark Rivera. Again, we have to highlight that Mark Perot has 2 big blinds.
I don't think you should have ever played queens this way in the first place if you are not going to make this call.
The bluff gets through as Mark Rivera folds queens.
Jeez.
Nice bet. What do you have? Is that like queen? Yeah. Yeah, queen?
Hell of a guess.
What did you have? Come on, that's unfair. You won't like it. Huh? I had a 5. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, a 5 is nothing.
So this is unraised 3. And we'll all be limp with the kings, and now we're 5 way to the flop. And it's 2 pair for Basto.
Basto and Alarky about to become good buddies.
Now we get aggressive with the kings.
Anything. The hell saying, in dreams, as in love, all is possible.
Where are you from? Texas? I came here to experience art, to try things I may never get to again in my life. Mi chiamo Amy.
Sei americana?
Sì.
Allow me to cook for you at my restaurant. I express myself through food.
I get that.
Why don't you want to talk about going back to law school?
I want to be an artist, Dad. I want beauty in my life.
It is said that Dante met Beatrice here, one of the most beautiful love stories of all time. Let's keep our eyes on the good things and the good food. I think we can be something great. The day we start our new lives together, nothing is holding us back. Only dreams ahead.
Lena's reinventing Thanksgiving.
Oh, good, because if there's anything Texans love, it's different shit.
Are you still on that starter job?
It's not been easy for me in this country. I'm a chef who can't make a living cooking for people.
Lena, what happened?
This is not my home. The city has no center.
In a city where there is no center, I'm your center. We can do this. You did it your way, and I'm proud of you.
Everything we want is a gamble. I think that we can do this together.
What's going on?
This ain't the burden you gotta carry by yourself, son.
You know you got us.
All of us.
Italians love a good love story. And ours is for the ages.
Recap here. Today I'm going to describe a movie called Eastern Promises. There are some spoilers ahead. Let's begin the film without further ado. The movie opens on a rainy night in London. A Turkish artistic boy named Ekrem goes to a hair salon run by his uncle, Azim. Ekrem locks the door, shuts the shades, and changes the sign from open to close. Ekrem is introduced to a Russian man named Soika, but gets incredibly agitated. Azim hands his nephew a razor blade, and urges him to follow through on their plan. Soika discovers what's going on, and attempts to leave, but is held down. Ekrem cuts Soika's throat, making him suffer painfully before dying. Elsewhere, an ailing-looking Russian young lady named Tatiana strolls barefoot into a pharmacy and asks for help. But the clerk refuses, assuming she is a drug addict. Just then, a huge amount of blood starts to flow down her legs. Tatiana collapses and is taken to the hospital instantly. Since she is found pregnant, the doctors perform surgery and manage to save the baby, yet Tatiana passes on, tragically. A Russian-born English midwife, Anna, reports the passing and cares for the child. Anna then returns home from her night shift. She lives with her caring mother Helen and her alcoholic, pain-in-the-ass uncle, named Stefan. The following day, on Christmas, Anna hands her uncle a diary which she has taken out of Tatiana's purse and urges him to translate it since it's in Russian. Uncle Stefan refuses to do so and also scolds her that she has stolen from a dead girl. Despite the fact, all she cares about is to find somebody to take good care of the baby. While skimming through the pages, Anna comes across a business card for a Trans-Siberian restaurant as her only clue. But she is totally unawares that the restaurant is actually run by the head of a Russian mafia named Semyon. Then we are shown Semyon's son, Kirill, and Nikolai, who is the family's loyal driver and bodyguard. At the same time, Anna is parking her motorcycle in front of the restaurant. Kirill asks Nikolai to bring Azim and his wife to the restaurant. As Nikolai is driving off, Anna knocks on the restaurant's door and is warmly welcomed in by Semyon. All the laborers are preparing for a major party at the eatery. At the point when Semyon sees his lovely granddaughters playing the violin in error, he generously tells them the best way to do it right, by playing a tune. Anna hands Semyon the business card found in Tatiana's diary and asks where she can find Tatiana's relatives to help her baby. But Semyon denies knowing the girl. Seaman apologies that he can't help her with the case. But when Anna tells him that she will likely find more information when she gets her diary translated, Semyon volunteers to decipher the diary himself, and advises her to carry it to him tomorrow evening. Before she leaves, Semyon ensures he knows where she works. Nikolai pulls up to the eatery with Azim and his wife. He remains outside by his vehicle, which is left close to Anna's bike. Anna emerges and he praises her on the bike and asks her if she has any desire to sell it. But Anna refuses as it had a place with her dad which holds sentimental value to her. Nikolai then asks her if she wants to go get a drink, but she ignores him and speeds off. Later at night, while Anna is eating dinner along with her family, Uncle Stefan gets drunk and asks Anna how long she is going to stay with him. The remarks upset both women, making Anna leave and Helen gets after him. She tells her love daughter she can stay as long as she likes. Since Anna just broke up with her beau, that is why she's living with them. In the meantime, at the restaurant, while everybody is having fun and drinking, Kirill receives a phone call and he makes sure the coast is clear. He signals to Azim that everything's fine. Nikolai drives Kirill and Azim to the hair salon, and Azim wants Nikolai to wait outside because Azim dislikes him. Kirill refuses, since Nikolai works for him and is useful for the job. Once they enter, they are startled by Akram, who's ecstatic that he got tickets to an FC Chelsea soccer game. Azim sends him out the door and guarantees them that he will not talk about their presence. They go to a freezer where Soyka's body is. Kirill claims Soyka was like a brother to him, while his face's expression tells otherwise. Kirill hands him the envelope full of cash, saying that money is respect. Nikolai places the corpse on a table and uses the dryer to defrost the body as the body is excessively firm. He then warns Azim and Kirill to leave, since the job is going to get a bit nasty. Nikolai puts out his cigarette on his tongue, and then cuts off all the fingers and removes the teeth from the corpse. Nikolai and Kirill then drive out to the waterfront and toss Soyka's wrapped up body into the river, where it's submerged. When Stepan flicks through Tatiana's diary, agitated, he tells Anna to be extremely careful about the diary as he finds words like rape, prostitute, and needle in it. Somewhere else, the police have tracked down Soyka's body. As the lead inspector checks the corpse, he discovers that Soyka belonged to a ruthless Russian brotherhood of criminals named Vory V Zakon, in which every part is tattooed while in a Russian jail, with each tattoo having importance. Reading his tattoos, the inspector deduces he is a captain who knelt to no one. He also finds a note in Soyka's jacket. Back to the restaurant, Anna visits Semyon. She hands Semyon over a photocopied Tatiana's diary. The original diary will be delivered to Tatiana's baby girl when she's old enough. Semyon claims to be drunk, so he will translate the diary tomorrow when he is sober. He asks her where she lives to send her a translated one, but she refuses to reveal it. As she leaves, Nikolai shows up at the door with a very drunk Kirill, who is unable to even stand up. Enraged, Semyon shuts the door on them. When they finally enter, Kirill drops on the floor and lays his head on Nikolai's shoes. Disappointed, Semyon walks over to his vile son and kicks him severely a few times. Nikolai tries to stand up for him, but Semyon puts him in his place. The head of Vory V Zakon family of the Russian mafia operates in the shadows of legitimate business, in this case, a popular restaurant. Nikolai notices Anna outside attempting to fire up her bike. He tries to fix it, but the motorcycle is dead. He offers to drive her home in limo, since it's pouring outside and Semyon won't forgive him if he let her walk home. In the car, Anna tries her best to get information about Tatiana. But Nikolai declares ignorance since he is just a driver. When Nikolai drops her off, she asks him what he wants in return. Nikolai replies Anna to consider it as a Christmas gift. Nikolai and Kirill hit up a whorehouse for a party. While Kirill enjoys lots of underage prostitutes, Nikolai shows no interest. When Nikolai turns down his request to be with one of the prostitutes, furious, Kirill orders him to do what he is told as he's the boss. He also wants to make sure Nikolai is not gay as rumors said. While Nikolai does his order, Kirill claps him at the door while giggling. Before leaving, Nikolai gets mesmerized by a beautiful gloomy song. The Ukrainian prostitute, whose name is Kirilenko, whispers. Nikolai tosses her a wad of cash and asks her to live longer. At the hospital, Anna is looking after the baby, whom she has named Christine, and gets emotional as it's revealed she has lost her baby inside her, recently. Just then Semyon suddenly shows up, telling him he had translated the diary and he was disturbed that Kirill's name was mentioned in it several times, including details about some illegal activities he had done. He urges Anna to not reveal the diary to the police and let Semyon take care of Kirill, telling her he is a good boy but was misguided a tad, after losing his mother at a tender age. Stepan is also a former KGB agent and is totally informed about the Vory V Zakon crime level. So he is majorly concerned about her nephew's life. According to Stepan's translation, they all learned that Kirill threw Tatiana down the stairs and beat her when he had failed to rape her. To their shock, Semyon was the one who raped Tatiana and he was actually Christine's father. Anna briefed them about meeting Semyon and decided it's better to hand Semyon the diary to keep Tatiana's baby safe and sound. In the restaurant's backyard, Nikolai can be seen working on Anna's motorcycle when Kirill calls him on as they receive a shipment of old alcohol in the truck. Kirill tells Nikolai he has talked to Semyon to take Nikolai deeper into their import and export business, and he will be promoted as a part of the family. Just then, Semyon appears and slaps Kirill in the face as he discovers that Kirill was behind Soyka's murder. When he finds Nikolai takes care of everything, Semyon finds Nikolai intelligent and tactful and relies on him rather than his own son. But he also notices that Soyka's brothers are dangerous. Meanwhile, when Anna, Helen, and Stepan go to a cafe to drink some coffee, Nikolai shows up and takes a seat at their table. Stepan tells Nikolai he is a former KGB captain and knows how to cope with brothers like Semyon. When things cool down, Nikolai asks for the diary. But when Nikolai gets the diary, he refuses to give them Tatiana's address and simply walks off. When Anna catches him outside and persistently asks for the baby's family address, Nikolai threatens her that she will ruin her good life if she does not avoid this case. Furious, Stepan rushes to him and spits in Nikolai's face. Nikolai calmly signals that he will kill him through sticking his fingers under his throat. Nikolai returns to Semyon's restaurant to give him Tatiana's diary. Semyon is glad that he has recovered, but is concerned since Stefan has already read the diary and instructs Nikolai to kill him, one way or the other. It's also uncovered that Stoika was eliminated because he was spreading rumors of Kirill being gay. Semyon then soaks the diary with vodka and burns it down. In the following scene, when Anna gets off of work, she is come up by Nikolai, who has got his motorcycle fixed and also handed to the address of where Tatiana's family is. He says that it's not a decent spot for a little girl to experience childhood, and proposes that Anna just take care of Christine herself. The next day, when Akron returns from London's derby between FC Chelsea and Arsenal, while roaming down the street with a mob of fans, he stops in a graveyard to piss on a grave. Two men approach him, one of whom is Stoika's sibling, and cuts his throat in broad daylight. As Semyon is enjoying a Russian classic song named Ochi Chernye, played by an accordion player at the restaurant, he is told about Azim's arrival to meet him. Azim tells him that Stoika's brother has killed Akram. The brother has decided to let him go, but in return he must give up Kirill. The reason behind his honesty is that he fears Semyon much more than those Chechens. Semyon isn't satisfied with this, but instructs Azim to inform the brother that he will do as he is told. A little later, Nikolai can be seen stalking Stefan to his home and following him inside, where it's inferred that he kills him. Later that night, Anna is waiting outside the restaurant when Nikolai and Kirill shows up. Kirill orders her to go away, and orders Nikolai to see her no longer. She tells them that Tatiana was only 14 years old, but Kirill simply ignores her. Before leaving, Nikolai warns Anna again to not get herself involved in Tatiana's case. As Nikolai and Kirill walk through the kitchen, Kirill brings up that the police raided the whorehouse and requested Kirilenko by name. They then visit Semyon, who dismisses Kirill to talk to Nikolai in private. Kirill is offended a tad. Later, he stomps off down the stairs to drink vodka. Nikolai lets Semyon know that he killed Stefan, which satisfies him. Thereafter, Nikolai goes to the first floor and has a drink with Kirill. He says that Semyon offered him the chance to get his star tattoos, which he acknowledged. Kirill embraces him, and lies that it was his thought for Nikolai to get the stars. Later on, a few individuals from the Vori V Zakon show up at the restaurant and are welcomed by Semyon. Nikolai is situated before them, wearing only his clothing. The individuals assess the tattoos he got while in jail, and audit Nikolai's criminals and family background. Nikolai gives up his family and is then given the star tattoos on his knees and shoulders. The following day, Azim meets with Nikolai at a bathhouse to examine some business. He says that it's a favorite gathering place, since everybody can see the tattoos they have. Azim and Nikolai strip down and wear towels. Azim pardons himself for using the bathroom, and, on second thought, begins to get dressed once more. Two Chechens come in, and Azim presents Nikolai as Kirill as they have no idea about Kirill's appearance. They spare Azim and barge into the sauna, where Nikolai is. Nikolai at last gets the upper hand and stabs the left thug through the eye. Later, at the hospital, Anna notices the extremely injured Nikolai. She goes to him and asks him if he knows where Stefan is. If he doesn't turn up soon, she'll get the authorities involved. Nikolai uncovers that he was sent by Semyon to finish off Stefan. But he didn't. All things considered, he sent him to Edinburgh and set him up in an inn. The police inspector who found Stoika's body reaches the clinic and talks with Nikolai in private. It turns out that Nikolai is actually an undercover MI5 agent hired to penetrate the Vori V Zakon. The note he put in Stoika's clothes was an advancement report, and he was the one who called in the raid on the whorehouse to help Kirilenko out. However, Scotland Yard and the KGB/FSB are displeased with Nikolai's star tattoo, thinking he has gone too far. Nikolai then reminds them that all they have to do is to arrest Semyon in charge of assault 14-year-old Tatiana. Also, they can demonstrate Semyon as the child's father through blood tests. Meanwhile, Kirill is blowing up balloons for another party and joking with his nephew when he sees several policemen arriving outside the restaurant through a security camera. Kirill sees his father after the cops leave. It's revealed they came by to take a blood sample from Semyon, which left both of them puzzled and panicked. As Anna's work shift finishes, she notices Kirill in an elevator carrying a gym bag. She rushes to the baby ward and finds flowers instead of the baby. Anna bumps into Nikolai again and harshly demands if he knows where Kirill took the baby. He sincerely has no idea, so they both rush out looking for Kirill, who returns to the waterfront where Stoika's body was tossed. He holds the baby and sits by the water. Asks the baby girl to forgive him while he is sobbing. He's about to throw Christine in the river when Nikolai and Anna show up just in time. Nikolai tells Kirill that Semyon has gone too far, and they have never killed babies. He then urges Kirill to choose between him and Semyon. Kirill embraces Nikolai and says that he didn't know that Semyon set him up at the bathhouse. Nikolai says that he understands, and gives Christine to Anna. Nikolai then tells Kirill that his time to control the family is now, and they can be partners with Semyon out of the way. Kirill becomes cheerful again, and tells Nikolai that they should go out to celebrate, since it's New Year's Eve. Kirill walks off and waits for Nikolai. Anna demands to know who he is and why he helped them, but Nikolai simply responds that he couldn't be king if the king is still in his place. They briefly kiss one another, and then Nikolai goes away with Kirill. Some time later, we see Helen and Stepan setting a lunch table while Anna has adopted Christine and plays with the beautiful baby girl. Semyon is assumed to be in prison for Tatiana's assault. The final shot shows Nikolai sitting alone in the restaurant in a dilemma about whether he wants to be the head of the mafia. That's all from the video. Thanks for watching.
Oh, shit.
What's up? Y'all know what it is. Sandy and Attendant here. Check it out. This is for all of the educators. Everybody there at Kairos, man. Listen, you guys do an important job. It's time to get focused and educate these kids. Now, y'all have, y'all dealing with kids that have to be, educated in special ways, man. And, it's very personalized. So that means that your personality got to come out in a positive way, not the one personality when you off work. Do not teach the kids how y'all act off work, okay? This is more about how to better themselves and be great. This is my city, man, St. Louis. Y'all are there to throw it down. Big up to everybody.